Hi all, in this video we'll see Java part 4. As part of this video we'll see arrays, if loop, nested if loop, if else loop. So if condition we'll see. So first we'll see what is arrays. Arrays are objects which store multiple variables of same type. Arrays are fixed in size. So arrays are objects which store multiple variables of same types. It will hold multiple values of same type. How it will be? We'll see. And the size of the array is fixed. So we'll go to Eclipse. We'll go to the variables. Here I'll create a class called arrays demo, new class arrays demo, public static void main. So till now we are seeing that int I equals to 10, something like int a equals to 20, something like this we are seeing. So a will store only value 20. I want to store multiple values 20, 30. So it is not possible. You see that when I say 3, syntax error on token 30, invalid variable declarator. So but my requirement is I want to store multiple values in a variable. So how you can do that? For that we can use arrays. Okay, so arrays will be each and every data type have its own array. So how you can declare that? So int I, you have to give this square bracket is equals to, in the curly braces you need to provide which values you want to store. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 100. Something like this I want to store. So more than one value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 values I am storing in the same I. But if I remove this square bracket, it will give me error. But if I give this square bracket, it is called an integer array, and the name of array is I. It is holding more than one value, that is 6 values it is holding. So that is called integer array. Okay, so first we'll see what we can do with this array. We can get the size of the array. Array size is equals to I dot, we have method called length, I dot length. So when I say I dot length, it will give me size of my array. I say array size is, you can concatenate that array size. Okay, I know this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, when I run this, you see array size is 6. Right, we can perform length operation. So I have multiple values, that is fine, but I want to get one value. How will get that value? Here I can say simply I, when I use I 10, it will give me 10. But here I want to use 5. How you will use 5? If I give I, it will give me 5. We'll see what it will give me. S out I. So when I run this, you see something. I don't know, I cannot even read this. So you will get the data using index. Okay, you can use the data using index. So how you will get this? First value of the array is, you can say I of, index starts from the 0, right? So anywhere if you are talking about index, that is starting point is 0. So if I say first value of array is 0, I of 0 means it will give me 1. This is in the 0th index. So when I run this, You see, first value of the array is 1. The same way, if I want the second value, of array is I of 1. Okay. You see 2. In the first position I have value 2. And the same way, if I need last value, okay, last value of array is, how can I get that? We have seen in the string. The same way, I dot length minus 1. Length will give me full number 6, but the last index is 5 minus 1, 6 minus 1, 5. So it will become I of 5, right? So I'll get 100. When I run this, you see, last value of the array is 100. Okay, so this is how I can get. So can I change the value? Can I change the value of array? If I say I of 0 is equals to 20, I am saying I of 0 equals to 20. Now what I'll do, I'll print I of 0 now. I of 0 is actually what? 1. Now again, if I am saying I of 0, what should I get when I run this? You see that 20. I am overriding the 0 values 1 to 20. It's overridden. The value 1 become 20. Okay. This is all about integer array. Right. It can hold multiple integer values, same type. I cannot give string here. You see that? It's a kind of same type. So, and it is fixed in size. In the middle, I cannot change the size. I can only change here only. So, what it will happen? I'll say I of, now what is this? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the 6th position, I'll take 150. Okay. I'll print I of 6. Okay. When I run this now, array index out of bounds exception 6th position. There is no 6th position. I have only 5 positions, 0 to 5. If there is no position called 6, how you can replace or override the value? So that is the issue. You cannot do that. So array is fixed in size. You cannot change this. Okay. So I left 0. And how you will get the value or length of that? I dot length means array dot length. And if you want first value, I of 0. And if you want last value, I dot length minus 1. And you can override like this. So same way, we can do the same thing with string array. How you can do the string array? String s is equals to the same way in the curly braces. You see that this square bracket you can give after string, otherwise after s, whatever it may be, no problem. Okay. Here we have given after I write. Here we'll give after string. We'll see what is the difference. So what value can you store? I'll say 1, 2. So I'll see 3, 4, 5, 100. Same values. This is string array. The same options you can do here. Right. Array size. Okay. S out. String array size here plus s dot length. Okay. When I run this, you see same 6. Here also array size 6. Here also 6. same values, right, but in the form of string. First value, last value, I'll copy paste the same thing here from here to here. When I run this now, you see why it is giving 20 to 200 now. Here I'm using I should change it to S, right? I made a mistake here, so I need to change it to S. S of 0, S of 1, S of here also S dot length minus 1. Okay, now when I run this one, I'll get 1 to 100, right? 1 to 100, right? Now what can I do? The same thing, right? I can override, but we can initialize the array one more way. Another way of initializing the array. What is that? Int b is equals to new int of some 3. Okay, this way also I can initialize, but I don't know the values. Here I am directly giving the values. Here I am saying that my array size is 3. I can hold only 3 values. So what I can do, b of 0 is equals to 10, b of, first I will write b of, this is 2, this is 1, right? B of 0 is equal to 10, b of 1 equal to 20, b of 2 equal to 30. Now I can do the same thing, first value, last value, something like this. I'll do again here, but here it should be b of, now when I run this, you see that I am giving s dot length, so I need to give b dot length. When I run this, you see that 10, 20, 30. Okay, now I cannot give something like this. How? B of 3 is equal to some 50. There is no 3 value, right? The index is only 0, 1, 3 only. 1, 2, 3. This is, it will become 4th. When I run this, it's a array index out of bounds exception. Beyond that you are trying to store, so that is not possible. Okay, this is all about arrays, integer array, string array, and another way of initializing the array. You can do it for string also. String s equal to new string of some 4 values, s of 0 is equal to string values you can give, same way. Okay, this is all about arrays. Now we'll see control statements, if else statement, right? Now I'll create one more package, new package. I say control statements. Inside this, what I'll do, I'll take if condition first. Class, I'll say if demo public static void main. It's a kind of normal English. If this is, I'll do, we'll put some conditions, right? So the same way, if is a keyword, in the bracket you need to mention some condition. Here actual condition, so that is boolean, you need to mention boolean value. Okay, so it's a kind of how you write a method the same way. Okay, you'll have open braces, closing braces. Inside this you need to write some logic that can be executed if this condition is true. Okay, I'll say is out, I am in if block, something like that. If this condition is true, then only it will go inside this and it will execute the logic inside that if block. So I am giving directly true. When I run this now, you see I am in if block, right? I am in if block. if I say if false, I am giving false. So you see that some warning it is giving, even though when I run this, how many times I'll run, it will not give me anything. You see, if demo terminated, but it is not giving me any information. The reason is, if it is false, it will not go inside this. Not only true or false, we cannot give directly, right? We'll verify some condition. On that, if it is true, it will go inside this. So I say 1 greater than 0. Right? 1 is greater than 0. This is true. This condition is true. So it will become if true. So when I run this one, you see I am in if block. If I say 1 less than 0, sorry, 1 less than 0. So when I run this now, I will not get anything. You see terminated if demo. You see. So according to this condition, it will go inside that. This is all about simple if statement. In the if, you have so many things, we'll discuss one by one. But it is very simple. If the condition is true, then it will execute inside that block of code. Okay. So now we'll see nested if. Class nested if demo. Oblique static void main finish. What do you mean by nested? If inside another if. Okay? Inside another if logic. So what I'll do, I'll say if true, I'll let S out. I am in outer if. So inside this, I can verify one more condition. If true, S out. I am in inner if. Inside this, I can give one more if. What will happen? So I am in inside the inner if, something like that. Okay, this if condition, inside this another if condition, inside this another if condition. There is no restriction. You can put 100 ifs, infinity ifs according to your requirement. So I have given 3 ifs. This if is inside this if is inside this if. All are true. When I run this now, you see I'll get everything. I'm in outer if, I'm in inner if, I'm inside the inner if. When I say this is false, okay, so it is true, it will go inside this, it will execute this line, and again it will verify this condition. Oh, this is also true, then it will go inside this. Again after printing this one, it will go here, it is false, so it will not go inside this, it will print only this one and this one, 2 statements only. When I run this, you see I'm getting only 2 statements. If I say false here also, so the same way it will give me only this output, it will not go inside this, so it will not execute. So I'll get only one output. Alright, so but what I'll do, I'll say this is true and this is also true, true, but I'll make it this false. Then what is the output? Right, so these things also will not execute even though if it is true. So I'll not get any output. This is no console output, it is saying some terminate. The reason is, first it has to go inside this, right? First it will check, it is false, it is not going inside this. So it is not even going inside this, so it will not check even these conditions. So that is the reason if it is true also, it will not print this information. Okay, first it has to go inside this. This entire code is inside this if. Even it is not going inside this in the starting if. So if inner ifs are true also, it will not print anything, it will not even execute. Okay, this is all about nested if. One if inside another if according to your requirement. Okay, now we'll see if else demo. Okay, if else demo. So we know, right, if this is the condition, we are checking. If that is not the condition, then both the thing, right? If this happens, this, otherwise this, that is called if else. Normal English. If this is happen, this one, else will do this. The same thing. So if true, okay, is out, I am in if block. Then outside this you can write else. For else you will not have any condition. Okay, S out, I am in else block. Right. If it is true, execute this block. If it is false, execute this block. Okay, that is called if else. When you run this, I am in if block. The reason is it is true. If I say if false, right, false, you see that I am in else block. I am in else block. This is false, so obviously I'll go inside this else. If that condition is false, I'll go inside this. If this condition is true, I'll go inside that if block. Right. So instead of this, I can say 1 less than 0. 1 is less than 0? No, right? So when I run this, I'll get I'm in else block. If I say 1 greater than 0, right? When I run this now, I'm in if block. The reason is it will give me true. If it is true, obviously it will go inside this. This is called if else condition. So we have seen simple if, that's it. Here nested if inside another if. Here we have else, if else demo. In the previous we saw only if something is true, go inside that. There is no else block. But here if and else, you see that if else both are in violet color. Those are predefined keywords in Java. Okay, now we'll see one more thing. If else if else if demo. Now we'll see. So till now we are seeing only two conditions, if or else. We have seen only one condition, if, and both two conditions, that is if, else. But if I have more than one condition, I want to check. Sorry, two conditions. I want to check more than two conditions. Then how you do this? Okay, that time if else if demo is useful. Okay, so I want to check more than two conditions. If it is one condition, I can use if. If it is two conditions, I can use what? If else. But I have more than two conditions to check. Then how you can do that? So for that, we'll take normal, what is in our academics. If I get these marks, I'll pass. If it is the range from this range to this marks to these marks, first class, this mark to this mark, second class, here to here, third class. If it is below that, you failed. I want to verify these many conditions. Then how you do that? So for that we'll use if else if demo. So I'll say int marks equals to 30. Assume. Okay. If marks greater than 35. Okay. This marks I am taking. Marks 30 means this 30. 30 is greater than 35. Means if the marks are greater than 35, then you execute this. What is that? Failed. Right. Marks greater than 35, failed. Sorry, less than 35. If your marks are less than 35, you're failed. Then I can say I have one more condition, marks greater than 35 and less than 60. Those are third class. And then marks greater than 60 and less than 75, second class. Else, if it is not these three conditions, remaining conditions are first class. Right. So I have more than two conditions. Then what you can do, if, again else space if. This is called else if. So marks greater than 35 and means you need to use two ampersand symbols. Okay. Then marks less than, what do you say, 60. Greater than 35, less than 60. Then is out, I'll say third class. Okay. Again I have one more condition. That is the reason I'll use else if. Marks greater than 60 and marks less than 75. Then is out, second class. Okay. Then if that is the last condition, if this is the last condition, no need to mention else if. I can say else simply. So the reason is this is the last condition. The first condition is if, the last condition is else, and the middle if you have more than that, that is called else if, something like that. So if that is the case, first class. Right, first class. Now we'll try. Now the marks are 30. First it will come here, 30 less than 35. Yes, this 30 is less than 35, right? So though it will go inside this, it will fail. It will say that failed. Okay, we'll give it a try. You see that? I'm getting failed. Right. So now we'll try between 35 and 60. I'll give 50. I have given the range between these two things, between 35 to 60. So when I run this, you see I'm in third class. Right. What it will do? 50 is less than 35? No. It will go to next condition. Else if marks 50 is greater than 35? Yes. 50 is greater than 35 and 50 less than 60? Yes. 50 is greater than 35 and less than 60. So this is satisfying this condition. So it will go inside this third class, it is printing. Right. Now what I'll do, I'll give between 60 to 75, I'll give 70. Okay. So 70. 70 less than 35? No. Now it will come to the next. 70 greater than 35? Yes. 70 less than 60? No. 70 is more than 60. So this condition is false. Overall this condition is false. So it will not go inside this. Then again else if 70 greater than 60? Yes. And 70 less than 75? Yes. Both are true. So then it will go inside this. It will give me second class. When I run this, you see second class. If I give more than 75, okay, I'll just give 76. Okay, then it will come here. 70 less than 76 less than 35? No. Then next condition, greater than 35 but not less than 60? No. Then greater than 60 less than 75? No. 76 is not less than 75. So this is also false. So it will come to the next. There is no other condition. If three conditions are failed, then directly go to the last condition, that is else. So that is first class. When I run this, you see first class. Now if I give 1000 also, first class. So apart from these three conditions, anything else, okay, first class. If I give minus 10, right, then also first class. Sorry, failed, right? Yeah, it will check less than 35. Minus 10 less than 35, right? Yes, it will fail. But more than this, more than 75, whatever I give, it will be pass. If I give some random number like this, why I am getting error? Out of range int condition will be, it will hold some what value to what value, minus 256 to 256, right? So I can store that much. Okay, when I run 10,000, first class, right? So this is how you can use if condition. So in this video what we have seen arrays. Array can hold multiple values of same type, so you can get the size of that array and you can get the values using index, right? You have two ways. One is directly you can give, the second way is you can initialize first and you can add the values. And the if demo, nested if demo, if else demo, if else if demo. Okay, this is all about arrays and if else condition. Okay, that's all in this video. Thank you.